thanks for checking out the commentary for The Little That I Know. Be sure to stick around after the video for an in-depth look of what it was like to make the movie.
I don't know you, but I've seen the work of your hands, and I know, yes, I know that you are good. I don't know you, but I've heard the love in your voice, and I know, yes, I know that you are good. And oh, I know I have more than what I need, with the little, oh, the little that I know. I don't know you, but I felt the beat of your heart, and I know, yes, I know that you are good. I don't know you, but I found there's life in your eyes, and I know, yes, I know that you are good. And oh, I know I have more than what I need, with the little, oh, the little that I know. And oh, I know I have more than what I need, with the little, oh, the little that I know. And sometimes it's hard to think that you could love someone like me, with the little, oh, the little that I know. Ooh, I know. And oh, I know I have more than what I need, with the little, oh, the little that I know. And oh, I know I have more than what I need, with the little, oh, the little that I know. Oh, the little, oh, the little that I know.
So, little that I know, there you have it. We've found our way back to this cabin.
Yeah.
We realize that it's a familiar place. You've been there before. You knew you were coming back here. But I think the idea was that you're getting there and you're chasing after God pulling you, and then to realize he's not there is this big moment of like, ugh.
Yeah.
We thought you had him.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It plays into the essence of what it is to know God.
Yeah.
Going, man, there's on this side of heaven, there's very little that we know about him, and though we continue to get little glimpses, there's still so much that we'll never know, and it's okay. I think there's a struggle in that, especially, growing up in the South of the Bible Belt, of having your stuff together and knowing who God is and not having questions that have caused a lot of people to run the opposite direction. But I think on the other side of it, God is fully capable of handling all of our questions, all of our doubts, and welcomes them. I think it's a part of the relationship. There's this tug and pull of going, I want to interact with you, and I feel like even in the midst of all of the tension of all of this, this is where we grow closer together. And it was cool, like the coming back into the room and the piano being there was big symbolism of me going, all right, hey, this season of my life is now time to tell it in the story of putting the pen to the paper and writing it through song. And that piano was really out of tune.
I was just going to get into that. So
it was really hard.
First of all, we filmed Distant God first with everything set up the way that they had it. So then we took many pictures, so everything got back because we knew we had to clear that room out.
We took it all out.
We knew they had a piano, which was awesome.
Yeah.
What we didn't know was that piano probably hadn't been tuned or touched for
20 years. Who knows? It was the worst thing I'd ever heard in my life.
So we had a PA speaker set just behind the main soundboard, just out of the shot.
Yeah, turned up as loud as
this was a big old 32-inch speaker.
Yeah.
I mean, that thing was massive. It was loud. We thought neighbors were going to call, even though neighbors were pretty far. It's like, surely they can hear this. And you played over that thing, and God, it sounded
so bad.
Yeah. And just how it was atonal with the actual song, and man, it's like, okay, I don't know how you pulled that off. It's like, we need to get an intimate performance, the most intimate performance of the entire movie, and it just sounded horrid in that room.
Yeah.
How was that for you to play?
Not enjoyable.
I feel like maybe we can get a little raw footage and
it has to be. Have to show that.
We can go dig some up.
All right.
Good.
Whenever you're ready, Brad.
I don't know you, but I've seen the work of your hands, and I know, yes, I know that you will.
But yeah, and then we come to the final moment, right? And now we see your dad or God back in the scene, cheering you on.
Yeah.
And I think the vision from my end was, it's like, comes back to that idea of threads of like, look, I've been here.
Yeah.
I'm your biggest champion.
Yeah.
I don't care what you've been through. I don't care where you're headed, as long as you're coming towards me and you keep seeking me first.
Yeah, I love it.
And I think one part that can be interpreted by anybody's walk is at the end of the clap, it's you sitting back up.
Yeah.
And it becomes this cyclical moment of not necessarily that all of this was a dream.
Yeah.
It's that all of this comes back to one moment.
Yeah.
And it comes back to one idea. And
This
maybe
is a daily cycle.
And you can adapt that moment or that thought or that idea to whatever's going on in your life.
Yeah.
But this wasn't all a dream.
No way. But it is a constant reminder of what it's like every day.
Sometimes you have to get up and seek again, right?
Yeah. Most days start out in good places, and then by the end of the day, you're questioning everything. And it doesn't matter if you got it all together or you don't. It's like, it is the constant journey that we continue to walk as human beings.
Love it, yeah.
And that was kind of what we wanted to do with this whole thing, and I feel like it was perfect. So many people have said, "Oh, I can't believe it was a dream" or whatever. It's like, well, this is the day in the life of my head.
Yeah.
This is what it's like every day. The things I struggle with, the things that I succeed at, and
I love too that the whole treatment for this whole film has allowed it to be open for interpretation.
Yeah.
We didn't want to write any answers
No.
down. And so even the whole cyclical thing, it's like if people think it's a dream, if that's what's important to them and that means something to them, that's what we wanted it to
Yeah.
be all along, was like, we're not here to give people answers or to tell them what to think.
Yeah.
We're here to give you open visuals to interpret however God speaks to you.
Yeah.
And I think it's such a beautiful ending to the film to see just that he's cheering us on.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, thank you for checking out the commentary for The Little That I Know, or the commentary for this entire movie, For the Wait. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being a part of it. And be sure to tell all your friends and family about the movie, and go check it out.